Hi everyone. Today is August the 13th, and my name is Anne-Marie Band. This is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. We're starting with the YM. What a move, right? This is bananas. We did get the PPI number. Who knows? I don't know if the PPI number is hot, if it's cold, what's going on here, but I will say this. If traders are moving in the sense that they go, oh, look, it's bad news, that means we're going to, lower the rates, that's not quite what we need to think about. So that being said, I have added a new indicator. It's the ATR. I'm using a 200 because I want it to be as close to the average as possible. Now you can see over the last several weeks, right, into the beginning of August, the ATR has just gone bananas in SPY and everywhere else. Volatility expansion. I suspect volatility expansion is here to stay. So we've got new levels of this ATR, and we're going to use them currently to help us say, all right, where are we going to go here? I'm also using settlement, and settlement should give us a pretty good idea of range. If we add 180 to our settlement of 495, what do we get? 675, something like that, which puts us kind of like right at the top near the value area high. Okay, so does that mean that that's all we're going to have today? Sorry, my voice went away from the mic. Something fell on the ground. No, it doesn't. But it does tell us if we bought the dip, this is a place where we would go, I probably ought to take some profit. Okay, so the estimation is if we are in a sideways pocket like this and we expand very far away from settlement, at some juncture we will return to settlement, and that is validated by this sideways formation. So top of the range, probably value area high, potentially up to 751. We're going to have a slow grind to the north. Okay? Slow grind to the north. So what we want to make sure of is that we are buying the dip, and if we take a short, that we're very quick about getting out on the reversal patterns. Okay? Very, very tight. So what's a reversal pattern? Oh, I don't know. Something that fails to give me a new high. Take a look. Fails to give me a new high. Breaks an area of frontline support noted in the chart. Bounces and then continues giving lower highs. You know it's going to come back into support. So reversal patterns tend to look like that. You can look at them in 15-minute cycles, in 10-minute cycles, in 5-minute cycles, whatever you want. Just remember, the tighter the cycle, the less it influences longer-term formations. All right, ES. Here we go. 4-hour ATR, 27 points. Close of the day, 69, 27 points, 53.97. Top of the range. It's an area that says, hey, listen, if you bought the dip, this is a zone where you can go, I probably ought to start taking some profit, right? When it expands over that 4-hour ATR, you can slip to your daily. This daily is now 62 based on all the prior motion. It is fading a bit, but that's because we've got sideways price action. But 62 plus 70, that gives me 54.40, which, interestingly, is somewhere around that number, 54.45. That's really about where I think we're headed, okay? In general, pullbacks being buy zones, all right? And we'll see what that return to settlement does in terms of giving us a range. Now, here's the caveat. Settlement does not look great to use on trending days. And if today turns into a trending day, what does that mean? It comes in, and in the first 15 minutes, it makes the low, and it never looks back, right? You'll know that within the first 30 minutes of trading, whether you're going to have a trending day, potentially or not. Today, pullbacks or buy zones, 53.70 to 53.40, maybe 53.65, gives us those bounce actions that look nice and tidy. 61.8% retracement, 54.14. Could we go there? Absolutely. Pullbacks or buy zones, folks, right? We are in a formation that says buy the dip, just like yesterday. What we're doing is trying to fill in the low volume profiles, but as we know, things don't move in a straight line. And that's where we have to be ultimately patient. This PPI number should reverse, but we'll see. All right, let's take a look at the calculation here. For our ATR, 140 points, 615, 140, what is that, 760 something. Well, that's well over where we are. Is that normal? Absolutely, especially if you're in trend, especially if you're looking at news, all the things that say, hey, listen, we're headed up draft. This is what we need to look at. So remember, when it expands over that 4 hour, we slip to the daily. 288 on the day, very big number, right? It just occurred to me. Let's see, 288 times 0.618 equals, okay, 177 points off of 615 is 792, all right? Still above it. Old support, new resistance. If we go the full 288 off of the 615, we get ourselves just over the 19,000 area, right? Or just into the 19,000 area. And this volume area, look at this, 2.32 million. Let's clone this. Contracts traded at or near that price. All right, so we expect that it punches to the north, right? Could it pull back? Absolutely. Pullbacks or buy zones. What the ATR does is tell you, hey, where can I take some profit? All right, there you go. So numbers to watch, pullback area, 18,485. I really don't think we get there. High of the last couple of prior days, 670. And then, you know, the creep to the north. Higher lows, higher highs, absolutely means buy the dip, okay? Do not look for the top of the formation. Look for the pullback to give you the entry. If you look to the top of the formation, it should be giving you an exit to your position, not to size up in the opposite direction of trend. Notice, volume trend by price is bullish. Not fantastically bullish, but it's still bullish. Okay? All right. That's it. Let's take a look now at SPY. We don't get the opportunity to have settlement here. It's just the close. And so here we are taking a look at the price action. What is our ATR? 3.2. Let's look at it from the close. Here is that zone. Let me move it up here. I should make it pink, actually, and then delete this one. Hang on. Man, I am really, just fast forward. I feel terrible that you're having to listen to this. All right, so we're going to put it here, right? And we're going to add 3.2, and that's 536 and 96 cents. And look at what it went to. High, 537 and 2 cents. I'm really liking the use of this ATR to help us determine where price targets are for the current candlesticks in motion, right? We really only get 1.5 of these 4-hour candlesticks per day. And so this ATR should help us fairly well on the 4-hour formation, right? Okay, so remember, I said 539 is a potential target here as we fill in to 540, as we fill in the price action events in this messy patch that we have. Listen, pullbacks or buy zones. Pullbacks or buy zones. Could the pullbacks be significant? Yes. Can we come in and test the prior day? Yes. We just have to see how it goes. And just remember to take your profits when you're expanding into that ATR. All right. Same thing here. Let's draw this one right there. I'm going to delete that. And we can see 452, our ATR is 452 is 4 and 52 is 56. Where did we go to? 455.91. All right. This gives us an idea of, hang on, if I'm long, I need to take some profit. So many of us struggle with, well, where do I take profit? Here's your guy, ATR. Okay. ATR is going to help us do that. So levels today, we could get up to 456.58, but we are at the top of a range. I expect us to pull back into the heavy congestion areas near 453, potentially 452, but I doubt it. All right, you just want to be careful. Trend is to the upside, but it's not unabated, especially with the VIX fading, but the VVIX holding. This ATR on the bigger levels should be helping us. Oil, holy smokes. Look at that thing. Just an absolute beast. Now, you'll notice that the settlement is way down here, right? So for commodities, ATR doesn't quite work that way. So does it come back to settlement? Potentially. So for, I don't want to do that. Remove. Okay. For this one, I would say, if we lose 79.50, chances are we hit 78.58, but the expansions of ATR don't quite work the same way. All right. For oil and the commodities. I'm still working mentally in terms of how that should be addressed, but I do think that 80 is the end of the road here for the near term. Nobody wants oil to spike over 80 into the elections. Nobody. And here's the thing, folks. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you sit on. All of them, bar none, are all about spending money to get votes. Okay? That's just it. That's all they care about. How do I get votes? How do I sit in charge? And, it is what it is. So we have to be, I don't even know. That being said, here's what we're looking at with gold. 42.70. A lot of people calling for 24.70. A lot of people calling for 2,500. Could be. If it goes past 2,500, there's something else going on. Plus, I think something's going on anyway for gold to do this. So we need to be careful and sort of keep our eyes on the news in general. All right? Okay, everybody, that's it. Sorry for the rambling events, but I do want to be really open, transparent, tell you I'm always studying, looking at indicators, looking at things that are very price-based, that give us a shot at competing with, the masters of industry, as it were, and getting ourselves to the upshot here. We do see the ATR being $23, giving this one a shot. Settlement is very far away here, and so here I am just rambling again. Settlement's right about here, and $23 makes it 74, and we're jamming up against that number. So doesn't normally work here in oil at all, but it could work for gold, and I know it definitely works for grains, but this is all we're looking at. All right, everyone, take it easy. Sorry for the rambling. Have yourself a good day.